Most people wish their horses would walk next to them like this, but most people's horses actually walk with them like this. One way to help your pony recognize your space bubble is to swat at imaginary flies. See how the bay pony backs up? Another thing you can do is flap your arms like a chicken and march backwards, or swish your stick behind you like a tail. As soon as your pony responds, go into neutral so that she knows that she did the right thing. Try to match your pony's energy. As she starts to step back, lighten your aids, and if you need to, bring them back up again, but always try to be as gentle as possible. You may need to use different leading techniques depending on the situation. Here you see Kaylee walking at Ziggy's withers, letting her be out in front. Here Sunday is walking nicely behind Chloe. Thistle is demonstrating a very common problem of wanting to put her feet exactly where Connor's feet are. Last in line is little Jaden, who's walking ear to ear with Stephanie. When your horse is rushing, one option is to walk next to your horse with your hand over her back. Another option is to walk in that same position near the horse's barrel, but to make them stay out away from you. Here Kaylee is sending Ziggy around little bushes on the ground. Rather than fighting with Ziggy and trying to get her to slow down, she just uses her energy up by sending her around obstacles. This gives Ziggy a task to focus on, and also helps her view Kaylee as the leader, because Kaylee is protecting the best path to walk on. Most of the time when we're walking with a horse, we hold the rope with the hand nearest to the horse. If you hold the rope with your outside hand, you can use your stick to guide the horse's nose, neck, and shoulder away from you. This position is called travel together, because it's all about traveling someplace with your horse. When you're walking with your horse and travel together, you can swing your stick around as a spooktacular desensitization exercise, or use it to keep your horse back away from you. At first it's hard for a horse to understand the difference between the two movements, but horse training is all about teaching your horse to read your energy, body language, and intention. When your horse is leading pretty well, you can try walking over some obstacles. Obstacles do tax your horse's confidence, but if you help him learn to do them, you'll ultimately have a more confident horse and a better relationship with him, because he'll be grateful to you for your help. Notice how Thistle tries to step exactly where Connor stepped? From the horse's perspective, this is the safest place to put her feet, because she knows nothing happened to Connor's leg when she put her foot there. Jaden does almost the same thing, but she gets back into leading position sooner because she's a little more experienced. Another good obstacle you can find on the trail is a sand pit. Horses don't like loose sand around their ankles. It makes them feel trapped. For that reason, many horses buck or try and rush through a sand pit their first couple times walking through one. Just practice with your pony, walk slowly, and let him see that you're aware of the situation, because he'll see that you're an observant leader. When you know that an obstacle like a bridge is coming up, try to see it before your horse does. That way, she'll know that you're prepared, and that she can rely on you to be alert, aware, and observant, because that's what a good leader is. Someone who knows how to keep the herd safe. Another thing to think about is what is the best order for your horses to walk in. If your horse is walking very fast, maybe try letting him walk in front. Usually a herd wants the quickest, most alert horse in front, because they know this horse is very perceptive. Oftentimes, a horse who is hot like this will settle right in when given the responsibility of walking in front. As you walk with your horse, don't be afraid to change your hands around and try leading from different positions. Walking with your hand on your horse's back in stick-together position gets your horse used to being next to his barrel, like you would be riding. You can also make a circle and fall into a different place in line if you think your horse would do better with another horse in front. For horses new to migrating, The first walk, it may take an hour and a half for them to settle down. For that reason, we suggest that your walks start out at 2 to 3 hours to give your horse time to get in the groove of things. Doesn't the finished result look like fun? Now your turn to give it a try. Let us know how you enjoy migrating with your pony.